Hello everyone and welcome to Tailored Acres. I'm Taylor and I am a gardener in Wisconsin Zone 4, and today is about a Christmas bouquet. So I really like working with silk flowers for when I'm not able to grow them myself. So I went to Michael's and purchased a variety of things, which I'll show you here and why I picked each one, and then show you how that I'm going to arrange them for the centerpiece and my dining room table. Okay, so the first ones that I picked out were these here, and they're just like white hydrangeas. And these are good because they're not super expensive and they take up a lot of space in the bouquet. So they're kind of like filler flowers for our purposes. The next one, or the next two, I guess, are more like focal flowers. So they got a little bit more going on. And my son picked out this one. I thought it was really pretty. It's almost got like magnolia leaves and blossoms. Pretty cool. And then these are kind of like a filler too. Usually you want green filler, but because it's winter, I thought this one was really fun. And then these are going to serve the purpose of spikes in here, so they will kind of stick out of the bouquet. And I probably should have got 3 of these. Usually you want 3 of each thing. For some reason today I was all about the 2s, so I guess we'll see how it works out. And then the last one is sparkle. So this is something that, gets really easily tangled together. So we'll just serve as just like that little extra sparkle in your bouquet. So I picked red because we're like all white here with this one. Okay, so now we're gonna start arranging our bouquet, and I'm gonna kind of use the open finger method. So I'm gonna be trying to go like this with my fingers and keep them kind of open so that they kind of flap around and are more loose. So I'm gonna start with my spikes because I want these to be somewhat in the center here. Then I'm going to pick up a focal flower, I'm thinking, which these are also a little bit spike-like as well. And then I'm going to take the other one and put it on the back side here. There we go. So that's what we look like so far. I'm going to try to keep it open. All right, so now I'm going to stick one of these guys in here. And I'm just going to kind of weave him in there. You can see where I'm going with that. And I'm kind of trying to keep everything the same height up here for right now. We'll see how that works, and then I can pull things up as we go along. So I'm going to stick this one on the back side here. And when I pick the flowers out too in the store, I also do it this way because it makes it easier to know what you're going to end up looking like when you're buying them. So you'll know that you have enough and of the right mix of stuff. So I'm always in the store like toting around my little bouquet. And I actually got a compliment from a lady today. She told me it was beautiful. So I must be doing something right here. All right, so I'm going to take these rose ones and stick them alongside here. Like that. And then I'm going to put the other one on the back side here. Like that. And we're kind of doing like X's here across. So you like lay it across so that if you can see that. Oh, I'm holding that. All right. So then we have our hydrangeas here. I'm just going to stick that on this side. It's looking really good and big. And this one, I'm going to stick it right here. Like that. All right, so that's all our flowers already. So now I'm going to kind of pull up my spikes here a little bit so that you can see them more. These all look good. So that's what we're looking like. All right, so then my last thing, I'm going to add the sparkle. And this is exactly what I do when I make them with real flowers too, is I add my sparkle last. So I'm going to put one kind of in the middle here. And because I'm holding this loosely, it's fairly easy to stick those in there. I put one right in here. Try to get it in my hand. All right. It looks looks like we need one over here somewhere too. Kind of gets harder and harder as you go along to get things stuck within those branches there. There we go. Might have to get some more of these from the store. I really like the way those are looking though, and they really pop in there with all the white. All right. So now that we got this all sorted the way we want it, I'm just going to kind of take a couple looks around it. Stick that one down a little bit more. This side looked a little weird over here. I kind of try to pull these in a little bit. There we go. All right, and the reason I'm getting fussy over the placement is that I am going to cut the bottoms next. So this is my vase, so I'm going to kind of measure it up here, if you can see that. So I'm going to measure up the height, and I'm going to cut off the stems right down here. So let me see. I think I kind of want it right there. So I'm going to be cutting right there. Gosh, it's hard to see. Okay. Okay, by that knuckle there. So when I'm cutting these, some of them, they'll have these little joints and actually like wires meet in there. So there'll be multiple. So if they're too hard, and these are just like a wire cutters, I'll just dent it and then you can break them off like that. Some of them are easier, like that. Okay, so I got them all cut, and they should all be very even, because otherwise once you get them in here, then they're going to be flopping all over the place. So I'll just put them in there. Well, it looks like I'm going to have to cut a little bit more, because we want it to be a little bit more together when I put it in here. Otherwise, I could go find some more stems too. Okay, so I got it cut just a little bit shorter because when I put it in there before, they were flopping all over. So what I also did, because one of these fell off and fell in here, and I'm like, oh, that's a great idea, is that I put the leaves around the bottom that were extra on some of these. So now my base is going to look a lot nicer with those in there. So I'm just going to tuck these in. Try not to knock those leaves down. All right, make sure everything's pushed down. All right, and there we go. And I'll probably fuss with it a little bit more, but I'll show you on the table where it's going to go. So it felt like I was missing something, and that's because I did have 2 of these like eucalyptus branches as well. So those got stuck in the middle. It was more of a spike filler as well. So that is our finished bouquet. I think it looks great. And then this is, let me zoom out. This is the rest of the table. So it is looking great and so warm and inviting. I got those little fairy lights too. And then these 2 lamps are from Amazon, as well as a table runner is new this year. And I can put links to stuff below that I have. And I just love the flocking with a little bit of gold. And of course, an ear plant. So that's it for today. Thanks for joining.